everyone. Well, I am still waiting for that Indian summer to arrive here in Quebec. In the meantime, I've got my 3 layers on and all the summer furniture put away. Welcome back to Brome Bird News. Learning bird songs is quite difficult, I find, especially migratory birds. You get used to them in the summer and then they disappear for the winter and you forget all about them. Well, now there is an app out there called Dawn Chorus that can help us learn those songs maybe a little bit faster. This app was designed by the Carnegie Museum of Natural History with the help of Cornell. It's an alarm clock that you can set using different combinations of different bird songs. So you can either play one bird song or you can mix and match 5 of them from their database. Here are some of the screen grabs and some of the songs that you can use. I hope you will find this helpful. One of the professional bird photographers that we work with has prepared several segments to talk about different tips and tricks that you can use when taking pictures of birds. We'll be running these segments over the next few episodes. I hope you'll enjoy them.
Lenses for bird photography. For photographing birds, the lens you want is, in a word, long. It won't be useful for pictures of the kids or vacation scenics, but the long lens will be your go-to for birds. Most of the time I use a 600 millimeter. I also add a short teleconverter. The teleconverter turns the 600 into an 840 millimeter lens. But using it costs 1 f-stop of light and slows the autofocus. It's a price I'm willing to pay for that extra reach. However, I have a longer teleconverter, but rarely use it because it makes the autofocus simply too slow. If you're tempted to buy a long lens, a couple of caveats. Some long lenses won't focus close enough. The lens should be able to focus down to about 20 feet or roughly 7 meters. And while used lenses can be a good value, some older ones may be difficult to repair because the world of lenses evolves and parts for things like early stabilizers may be hard to find. But for the most part, long lenses are tough and durable. A good long lens is like a pair of binoculars. It should last and will be great at what it was designed to do.
David Antoon is looking for more information about this young cardinal that's been using his platform feeder. Its left eye seems to be normal, but its right eye is really inflamed. David knows that he will not be able to treat the bird, and he hopes that it will recover. The bird has been drinking and eating.
Hi, David. It certainly was gut-wrenching to see that poor female cardinal with that awful eye problem. We must keep in mind, though, that I'm not an avian veterinarian or a pathologist, and nor was I able to examine that particular bird in my hand. I suppose that the swelling could be a result of a tumor, a parasite like a botfly, a physical injury, or avian pox, but my gut reaction is the bird has Mycoplasma conjunctivitis, which usually affects the eyes, causing them to be red, swollen, runny, and/or crusty. I looked on the internet and learned that besides house finches, northern cardinals can get this disease too. It's caused by a bacterium called Mycoplasma gallisepticum, long known as a pathogen of domestic turkeys and chickens, but it's now been observed in house finches since 1994. It affects a number of other feeder birds too, including American goldfinches, evening grosbeaks, and purple finches. Now here's the good news for your bird. The disease should run its course and in time it will heal. However, during that time life could be hard for the bird, and without 2 good eyes it could get nailed by a predator. But you've got a role to play too. If it is indeed conjunctivitis, you need to take down all of your feeders, give them a thorough cleaning with a disinfectant or a mild bleach solution, and perhaps leave them down for 2 or maybe even 4 weeks. And be sure to wash your hands thoroughly too. If you want to read more about diseases of feeder birds and how to deal with them, visit the Project Feeder Watch website run by the Cornell Laboratory of Ornithology.
Have you ever been surprised by someone who is really good looking and then turns out to be a rather boring person, or someone who is not so attractive and then turns out to be this amazing singer or a dancer? Well, apparently in the bird world, the males are either one thing or the other. A new study conducted on over 500 different birds shows us that birds with the bright and beautiful plumage have rather monotonous and boring songs, and the drab-looking birds are the ones that are amazing singers. Scientists are still trying to figure out why only one mate-attracting trait develops in birds, but they still don't have a solid answer. So ladies, next time you're looking for a new date, don't overlook that drab-looking guy in the corner. Looks can be deceiving. I always find it so fascinating to learn about research initiatives that end up serving more than one purpose. Last year, a group of French scientists tagged 150 albatrosses in the Indian Ocean with GPS trackers and small beacons that can pick up radar emissions. One of the largest threats to albatrosses is long-line fishing that can tie up their legs and cause them to drown. So by tracking the birds, scientists have been able to get in touch with fishing boats in the area and notify them of the endangered birds in the vicinity. But another advantage of the beacons is that they can pick up radar emissions from up to 3 miles. So this way, scientists have been communicating with the authorities, notifying them of the illegal fishing that was taking place, because illegal fishing fleets never tell anyone when they go out, but they still have to use their radar to navigate. The poor beleaguered sage grouse is back in the news, well, this time with kind of goodish news. Because of the pressure from several groups, a large piece of land in Colorado where sage grouse live was stopped, and now it's being protected. The 600 square kilometer piece of land was being sold by the U.S. Bureau of Land Management to a private company that was going to start drilling for oil right away. Thankfully, a group of high-powered Democrats got involved and they appealed to the Bureau, and the sale never took place. I can't believe October is already over and another photo contest just finished. Well, judges' votes were all over the place. I can't blame them. Amazing pictures. Let's check out the top 5 judges' picks. And here are the 3 winners. Third place taking the Squirrel Buster Mini is Heather McPherson. Second place taking the Squirrel Buster Standard is Derek Hollis. And the grand prize winner taking the Squirrel Buster Plus is Peg Runyon. Next month is Woodpeckers. Good luck, everyone. Well, this is the end of another episode of Brome Bird News. Don't forget to play with that fun alarm clock. The songs are really beautiful. Take care, everyone.